The Western world is in ruin and ready to collapse. The so-called resistance leaders, they rage bait the slaves, pushing their own demise. Stay angry indeed. Black pills of despair rain from the sky. No one can stop the fall. No one can stop Black Chad, demon of despair.
No, stop putting your emotion into it.
Wait,
we need to look for alternatives.
what's this?
Look for solutions. We can't just, give in to despair and this program demoralization of the West. Come on, guys.
What? You're not full of rage or despair? Fine. I will imprison you in an astral dungeon and keep you away from the others. No one will hear about your alternatives or your solutions or your silly indie brands. No one cares. The despair programming must continue.
What?
Welcome to Forever, nerd.
You haven't won, Black Chad.
Oh, yeah?
I'll talk to and review every indie creator I can, and we'll fight against your despair.
Even the bad ones?
Yes, even the bad ones.
Oh.
You don't get it. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me!
Oh.
Now on with the show. You're muted.
No, you're muted. Hail nerds! Thank
We're
you.
all muted here.
Take two. Cut. Redo it. Oh, gosh. It sucks being an amateur. Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. We finally made it. And thanks for joining us. I've been kind of looking at all the views and all that stuff. It looks like we've got a strong 30 views, viewers every week that come back. So that's good. Hey, it's a good start, right?
Struggled for 6 years to get that far.
What's that?
I struggled for 6 years to get that far.
Here we go. You feel my pain. Gosh.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you are new to the show, this is what we do. We kind of we hang out. We talk about we do trivia based on the genre of the guests. Try to do that as best I can, and then after we have some laughs, then we do some. We look at their products. We talk to them, see what they're up to, that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax, and if you know any of this trivia, jump in. The way this works is the trivia will start. It's kind of like whose line is it anyway? You just kind of chime in. It'll be in the form of like a Jeopardy. You don't have to form your answers in like Jeopardy, but it's got to be either correct or funny. So to get a point, and that's really what we're here for. And so, anyways, I wanted to introduce my guests. I've got Mr. Daniel P. Reily, whimsyland.org. You also have like Jizadai. Yes. Just all right. And a few other things that you got cooking as well. So like Whimsyland is his own monster. So we'll get into that a little bit later. I also have returning guest RJ from Critical Blast. Hello, sir. Mr. RJ is here. You have you've got a bunch of stuff going on, right? Like
it's different every day.
Yeah, your distribution, you've got your coolness, and you've also got some projects coming out because, like, you had like a kids book on Amazon, right? Like something about monsters, if I remember right. And now you've got a new. That's not a kids book. I'm sorry.
No, it looks like a Goosebumps cover, but it is not a kids book.
Yes,
looks like one, but it's not one.
Grow
Got
up
it.
quick.
Deceptive.
Trauma makes you stronger. Puts hair on your
That's
chest.
right. It's like Conan. Put him on the wheel. No, all right. And then also you're here to talk about a new project that's coming out, which by the time this is aired will have already launched. So all that stuff should be in the links in the description. So yeah, are you guys ready to melt your face?
Yeah.
Let's
Got something out of somebody. All right, we're gonna do this nerd trivia. Our topics tonight will be anime Cyberpunk, Japanese, whatever that means, and also indie comics and books. So that will be. Let's see if you guys can guess which indie comic or book I'm talking about. So that'll be nice. Anyways, let's see. You know what? I need like a dice to roll or like a spinner to pick who or what topic. But
You need a 3-sided die.
Yeah.
yeah, that's easy. Anyways, how about we have Daniel P. Riley? Daniel, which topic would you like? We have anime, cyberpunk, Japanese, and indie comics and books.
I love indie comics and books, so let's start there.
Ooh, very nice. All right. 1 second. Let me see if I have everything ready. All right. So for indie comics and books, question number 1. Dun, dun, dun. This indie comic book delves into Inception and The Matrix themes and mixes it with ancient history. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, this one's easy. It's very illuminating.
Yeah. Well, so all right. First of all, I would like to thank you, Chris, for not just shouting out, because I know that you are also a competitor in this, but you're very honorable and you let our guests try to answer first. So, the two of you, fire away if you think that you know.
Cue the didgeridoo.
The didgeridoo. Yeah, a little spoiler. There we go. Let me set it up. All right. I hear no guesses. So, Chris, would you like to try?
The Lucent.
Yeah, yes, the Lucent.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And
The
I've read
word
that
was
one.
there, but I couldn't access it. I kept thinking waking something or other, and I know that's the name of one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waking
so-
Dream is the first, and then Painted Death is coming up.
Yep. But the actual name of the comic would not come to me no matter how hard I tried. So I just sat there and smiled like a dumbass.
So I don't know. I'm sure Chris has read this.
Mhm.
I really like the Lucent.
Oh,
I
me
think it's
too.
very well done, and I need to get my ass in gear and start doing some reviews on the books that I have, because
Mhm.
I really like a lot of the stuff that I bought. So I do want to talk about them. And
hell yeah.
anyways, so yes, the Lucent. All right, point goes to my co-host, and you guys suck. No. All right, let's remove
What?
that.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. You suck. Just
Well,
kidding.
John
Not
doesn't do
accurate.
this all night without
Somebody
his ears
cleared-
turning off.
I was going to say somebody clearly had Asian parents.
All right. Indie comics and books. Question number 2. Let's see. Let me find it. All right. Cyberpunk meets Wild West with techno tyrants and mutant rebels in post-apocalyptic Texas.
Ooh.
You don't have to buzz. Just say
You
it.
can just shoot her up.
I'm thinking that's Watcher
Shoot
of the
her up.
Damned.
You say Watcher of the Damned. Yes. Bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing. Let me add this
RH,
stage. There we
no
go.
action.
Watcher of the Damned.
The
It's like
Queen
6
RH
books, dude.
Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's an
Shout out
RPG.
Jack Irons.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, isn't Jack Irons in Arizona?
I believe so.
In the
there we go.
future, Texas takes over Arizona.
Oh, see,
look at that.
I have it. I have like 3 or 4 books. I think it's the 3 out of the Ironverse, and I have not read them yet. So that is on the agenda. But yes, I was going for Watcher of the Damned.
Nice.
So yes, I will give that. Who got that one?
Daniel.
That's right, Mr. Daniel P. Riley. Sorry. I guess Royce has me turned
I
on to
suck
just
less
calling
now.
you Daniel P. Riley. Like,
Yeah.
You suck a little less. It's true.
Yes.
All right.
On the board for not sucking.
I've been trying to build myself out of that suck deficit for about 20 years now.
Yeah, I'm still at it, guys. All right. Indie comics and books. Question number 3. Wait, can we see that? Okay, 3. All right.
You
Yeah.
Gang's time. Oh no, he's West Side.
Oh shit! Drive by. That's all right. All the little mystical creatures that live down here don't care. Award-winning. All right. Sorry. Question 3. Award-winning series that follows a perfectly made artificial assassin as she's hunted by superpowered criminals. Ooh.
I'm gonna guess that's perfect 10.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. Perfect 10. Yes.
All right.
Let me pull her up.
There's so many of them that kind of follow these tropes.
The clue was sort of in the question.
A little bit. Perfect assassin.
So I was like,
Aw,
Hypergeist. But, you know.
There's Dave right there. He looks a little concerned.
Yeah.
And he's
Just a
like,
little bit.
yeah.
He's got a super friendly face, but that's very worrying. You know,
Yeah, he looks a little worried.
Yeah, we don't know what goes on behind those dark eyes. He could be like severely like a homicidal maniac, and he'd be like super friendly looking while he stabs you. You know,
That's your typical
shit.
Dutch expression.
it's the Dutch. Never true. No, is it? There are two things in life I dislike: racism and the Dutch.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and move that. All right, so we'll say that round goes to who got those?
Yeah, that's all. That's Daniel, man.
Daniel P. Riley. Way to go. All right, now,
Had to redeem myself after forgetting the name of the Lucent.
yeah.
I've got nothing
Somewhere.
on the board, so
Yeah, don't you like distribute all these things? Like, how is it? You
yeah,
don't
but
know?
I don't read them.
He's
Probably a
the
good
dealer,
thing.
not the doer.
Yeah,
Not allowed to, don't dip your hand in the client's cookie jar.
Yeah,
Don't
Keep an eye
taste.
off your own supply.
don't taste it. All right, we're down to 2 categories. We have anime cyberpunk and Japanese, whatever Japanese is.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, is here the what is that?
The
What do they
weakness
play?
is strong.
That bing dong ding ding. Was that instrument? Is it the sitar?
The koto.
Am I being racist? That was racist, wasn't it?
That's
I think the
koto harp.
sitar is
Indians.
more
It's
Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, the koto harp is the 3-stringed or 1 string. It's got the little fish
Yeah.
bone.
Right.
Don't-
Yeah,
don't-
the sitar. The sitar is the one where you like drop acid or whatever. And you hear, it's kind of like in the background. According to
The
Hollywood.
Japanese instrument I know is that urn, that's like an earthenware urn. It's got like 87 holes all over it, like an
Oh
accordion.
yeah.
And that little girl played the Mario theme all the way through on it. It was cool.
Jeez,
Wow.
Like a super ocarina.
But you haven't seen that?
No.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That sounds awesome.
I
though.
sent you a link.
There's like some weird. I've seen some weird instrument. I can't remember the name of it, but like you crank it on one
It's a
side.
hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy. There you go. Yeah. T-shirt historian was joking around about those for a while. Hurdy-gurdies. Yeah.
Well, because we're doing Japanese, we should be doing the shakuhachi.
God damn it. What is a shakuhachi?
It's that flute.
Oh, okay. I assume it's like a death touch or something,
no,
right? I've been raised on too many ninja movies. So
You know, it's funny. The reason why like that one sticks out to me is because there was this like master flautist in they used on like the Sony press conference thing for E3 one year, and the guy played the shakuhachi for the ghosts of basically, yeah, Tsushima. He wanted to like basically give you like a big thematic opening or whatever. Instead of having an orchestra, it's just this one dude with like a sampan, you know, like jingasa thing or whatever, playing the thing. And instead of being like, holy crap, that's awesome, they're all like, that guy's white, that's so racist. And, and it's like, dude, this guy is a master of this, you know? That's like that's his, like, he spent his whole life learning this thing.
It's a master of cultural appropriation.
yeah, it's cultural appropriation. Fucking chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not French, so I can't. I don't know.
I'm
Whatever.
offended.
Yeah, see,
Wait until they get a
it's
hold of
infectious.
Yeah.
this next category. All right. So on that one, are we gonna pick anime cyberpunk or Japanese? RJ.
You're muted, RJ.
We just have to wait for the audio to sync to his
Let's go
lips.
for anime cyberpunk. No, I was looking for the video to send Aaron, and when it played, I made sure it didn't come through, so I muted my mic. And
Gotcha.
I forgot to unmute.
That's very
He
considerate
was.
of you. Thank you.
Be considerate.
Oh no, Godzilla.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Anime cyberpunk. Question number 1. This anime was the first to be released in Japan, Britain, and the United States all at the same time. Boop, boo-doo-doo, boop,
Wait, all
boop.
at the same time?
Yeah, it was released
It was,
at the same time in 3 different places like that.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, bing, 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 correct. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You're kidding me.
Nice.
It is in fact Ghost in the Shell.
That was
The
gonna be my
anime.
answer for everything in this category.
Yeah, Ghost in the
Yeah.
Shell. That's the one I know.
Everything is Ghost in the Shell going forward.
Or
Mhm.
or Akira, or
Yeah.
Akira.
Fist of North Star.
yeah.
Brilliant. Damn it. You guys. All right, forget it. You guys already guessed everything. No.
Ran the tables.
Yeah.
just kidding. All right, let me remove that. So who got that? That was RJ. Woo, RJ is coming back. I like it.
On
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah. Well, you're tied, I think, with Daniel now.
Nope.
Okay. Not yet.
No,
I'm glad
Daniel's
one of
still-
us can count. See, that's one of the reasons Chris is here.
I'm
Gosh,
eating crayons. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. All right. Question
I
number
just watched that
2.
movie.
Which one? Oh, Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers. Nobody told me that Dina Meyer was in there and she got naked. I would have watched
Yeah.
this a long time ago.
Wait a minute. How have you not? That's crazy.
Isn't that one really freaked me out? Because I read the Chronicles of the Roughnecks, the Starship Troopers series or whatever the Highline wrote. And
Really?
Dizzy's a dude in the books.
Hmm.
That's like there aren't women in the infantry. Like they basically Heinlein said he's like women make better pilots because they're biologically better suited for fighting against G-Lock and all that stuff. So they have women in like pilot roles and stuff.
Which he made up, but
Yeah, no, there really is but yeah, guys actually had to wear a frog suit for a while because on those fast jets they'd actually lose consciousness where women's hearts are closer to their brains. They were actually better able to sustain G forces and not lose consciousness. But
nice.
yeah, all the dudes, all the grunts, all the roughnecks, everything were all dudes. So when Dizzy came in that movie, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, Casper Van Dien? Dizzy's hotter than freaking Carmen. What the
Wait a
hell,
minute.
man?
Wait, she came in that movie? Ah.
Actually-
Just kidding. No, it's a great movie, and it's so
Yeah.
funny because it's one of those where, like, I remember reading the book in my 20s. It's been forever, but I remember that movie. How they're like, oh well, it's a sharp, poignant critique of fascism.
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
just made it look cool.
yeah, it's like you might have made a mistake there, Paul Verhoeven or whoever made it.
Would you
all
like
right.
to know more?
Yes,
in
I
the-
would like to
in-
know more.
In the
Especially-
book, the humans instigated the fight, but in the movie, that's not very clear. It just looks like the bugs are bad guys. So yeah, the
Yeah.
whole fascism take got completely lost. I'm like, dude, this is like a freaking utopia.
Yeah, for real. Everybody's all handsome.
Yeah.
Wish I could be.
Yeah, I don't know. Casper Van Dien's kind of jealous of me,
Yeah, him and his muscles.
Yeah.
All right. Anime Cyberpunk question number 2. Sorry, I lost my glasses recently, and so like I'm wearing old ones, and I'm like, huh? What does that say? Okay, because I'm old, guys. I'm old. I'm sorry. So,
They're
all right,
probably in the freezer.
Yeah.
yeah, probably
Head.
fucking underneath the couch. Who knows? All right. I'll never find them because I can't see them. This anime consists of 160,000 single pictures, 2 to 3 times more than usual. It used 327 different colors, 50 of which were created for the movie. Any
I
guesses?
got nothing on that one.
No,
Ghost
that's
in the
classic.
Shell.
Close.
was it
no.
Akira?
Akira, yes. Ding, ding, ding.
We were getting them in order.
Was.
Just
Exactly.
That means the question number 3's answer is Fist of the North Star.
Yep.
God damn it, you figured me out. There we go. I had to share a little bit of Akira. There we go. And I'm going to say, who is it? Joe Catapano, with his Star Circuit. I think he really got a lot of that genre well. Like, I don't know if you guys have read Star
Oh
Circuit,
yeah.
but I can't wait for 2. I'm really. It kind of sucks that it takes so long to put out these indie books,
Yeah.
because like I'm like,
One
ooh,
man.
what's going on in 2? Because like the way he ended it was a definite. They had like a great little twist at the end and a cliffhanger at the same time. I was like, whoa, nicely done, you know.
Well, not to spoil anything, but Atlas Metric. I mean, he's more memorable than Kaneda. Like Kaneda is a good character, but Atlas Metric, the main hero of Star Circuit, is a raging spoiled prick. Like, it's the weirdest protagonist choice, but it works so well because he's this like spoiled shit, like rich. He's basically like Batman without his parents dying, and like, you know, he's got like some of the weird, like the coolest like future technology. And there's this one scene where like something that would be like, okay, that's the end of the book right there, is not the end of the book, and I was like, holy crap, he went into detail on this.
Yeah,
So,
it's really well done. So
definitely a great book.
And congratulations to Joe, if he happens to see this or whatever, because he hit like 3,000 subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
way to go, Joe. All right, let me remove that. All right, let me get ready for this great reveal. It's going to be amazing. Just kidding. All right, anime Cyberpunk. Question number 3. Based on a game, this prequel anime is set in the the free state of California, which suffers from corruption, cybernetic addiction, and gang violence. It follows street kid David as he chases I can't read it. To survive as a chooses to survive as a black market mercenary.
Yeah, dude, this anime is awesome.
Stumble through that one. I'm actually on episode 3 or 4 of this one right now. It's
How
on
come
Netflix.
everybody makes like that Rule 43 went into full effect on Twitter? That chick, you know, the young girl, all over the place. I'm like, how is that? Like, how? What is wrong with you people?
Rule 34?
Yeah, is it 34? I'm dyslexic.
I think so. It's one of them.
And
All right. All right. So RJ's out. Daniel.
No Keanu Reeves in this one.
No Keanu, another one. Well, obviously, Mr. Chris Fisk knows. Let's hear it.
What are you talking? I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Oh, it's really good.
So far, it's a decent show. I like it. I was checking it out.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I was checking it out because my daughter is into. She's kind of like Cyberpunk and shit too, like I do, and so we saw like an ad for it, and I was already into it. I was like, well, I'm watching it, so then I can know whether or not it's appropriate for her because she's like 12, So
damn.
And so far, it's not too bad. Like there's some blood and all that stuff, but like she watched.
Yeah, there is. Dude, a dude's head gets ripped in half. See that chick right there?
Yeah.
That's the Rule 34 right there.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, why not? I mean, she's pretty sexy in the show, but like, if it's not like, over the top language, explicit, sexual scenes and stuff, then I'm much more lenient on, letting her, because like, I didn't like season 3 of Stranger Things because I thought it was too gory for her at the time. And, but they still, my family was still addicted to Stranger Things. They're like, we don't care. We're going to watch it anyways. So, but like the heads exploding, it being anime or whatever. Yeah, it's sketchy, but at the same time, like, she's on the internet playing, online games with people that say words that I'm not allowed to on YouTube. So it's not like she's completely sheltered, even though she is homeschooled, anyways.
Games until tentacles get involved.
Exactly. As long as there's not tentacles. And I'm looking at you, Sword Art Online. Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the sequel to Sword Art Online, that one kind of turned me off where they had the whole incestuous sister thing. I'm like, that's a category on the hub. I don't need to see that in my anime.
Right. Like, I don't need that. Yeah. All right. On the hub. What is the hub? Wait a minute. What is the hub? All right.
You don't want to know.
I'm going to pretend that I don't know. All right. Yes. And I guess that was it. So for anime Cyberpunk, I think it was like a 3-way tie. Pretty sure Each one of you answered individually, yeah?
No.
Nothing. Crickets. Well, no, RJ got the
Ghost
you got
of
2 of them. Okay, there we go. So RJ carries it.
Yes.
All right. And the final category is Japanese, whatever that means. And some of this is because, for instance, Daniel has a very Japanese cyberpunk kind of story going on. So I wanted to hit those parts. All right. This first question, let me line it up. Question number 1 from category number 3, Japanese. Christmas is different in Japan. Instead of ham or turkey, this American fast food company is the Christmas feast of choice.
Extra tasty crispy. There's a secret recipe.
Yeah.
Chicken, KFC, right?
Yep.
Yes, there it
Colonel
is.
the Japanese
KFC.
Santa.
We'll give that to Daniel P. Riley. Yeah, for some reason. And I was going to read into it, and then I was like, never mind. Because apparently it goes back like decades.
Yep.
It was whatever article I was reading.
The Japanese eat KFC. The Jewish people eat Chinese. I don't know what the Chinese eat.
So, does anybody know why they eat KFC on Christmas?
Yeah.
I probably should have kept reading.
I was the dumb guy Jin that was eating it in the middle of the summer because like I don't eat anything that swims, slithers, crawls, or responds to a name. So my food choices are limited in Asia. And when I was living in Tokyo, I'm like, I don't care, man. Like I'm going to KFC. They're like, but it's the middle of the summer. Like I don't care.
Is the restaurant open? Then
yeah, exactly. Like
Wait a minute. So my thing is first of all, they were like, why are you going there? That's hilarious. It's like, well, because I want fried chicken. Like, can we not have fried chicken? Like, like
for winter only.
Yeah, it's only Christmas time. It's so funny.
It's like eating ice cream in the winter. Like going for an ice cream.
There's a KFC
parlor.
in Berryville near me, and I go there every once in a while. And there's like all these signs inside this one about the different things about the Colonel. And one of them that's always right in front of where I'm sitting is that in Japan there are 1,492 statues of Harlan Sanders all over the country.
Holy shit! Well, shit, you knew that. How is it Daniel beat you? You crafty Daniel P. Riley. All right. Let me see. All right. So that was
Pure
a good one.
luck, I guess.
Yeah, just quick on the draw. Question number 2. Japan is known for its amazing historical eras, right? This is the current era of Japan's official calendar, which was not properly updated on one of their websites, by the way.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Anybody want to give a guess?
Post Big Boom.
Post Big Boom. No, it is called the Reiwa era. Reiwa? Am I pronouncing that? Reiwa? Reiwa?
R-E-I. EI is an A sound in Japanese.
Yeah.
It's the Reiwa era.
Reiwa.
This happened after Lucasfilm released the trilogy, the third trilogy in Japan, and the entire audience said, "Ray, what?"
Well, I think it follows the Meiji Restoration, and then man.
Gee.
Weird factoid about the whole era stuff too. Like, there's no names for months in Japan.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're all numbers. Like that, I was like, yeah, I'll see you in October. They're like, what?
Hilarious. Good for them. It explains why they're so good with numbers.
Oh my God. That's racist.
Yeah, you can't even compliment them. He's like, yeah, Japanese or Eastern Asians are known for high IQs. That's racist. Oh, okay.
I'm over here with supposedly that whole race realism crap. I'm supposedly at the top peak because I got the Ashkenazi and the Korean. And I'm like, boy, is that I could totally be the exception to this one.
Well, just ask yourself.
No, we're just as stupid as everyone else.
Just ask yourself who created the IQ test. And then you'd be like, wait a minute, how is it you score the highest? All right, so moving on. Let's see. Question number 3. Known as the Last Samurai. Here we go. And I'm not talking about Tom Cruise. This samurai, Jesus. This not Jesus.
No.
This samurai serves as a. Can you imagine Jesus as a samurai?
Jesus Samurai. That sounds like an awesome comic book.
Yeah, shit. Oh, I should have.
Ran a lot faster.
Edit this out. Edit this out.
He's chasing us across the water.
He doesn't use a sword.
Alive.
He uses a
Instead
whip.
of flipping tables, he just chops it in half.
Chops the table in half. I like it.
Woo!
Jesus, samurai. All right, he's come
Okay.
back for a vengeance.
You heard it first here. The indie comic that we've all been waiting for, born right here. Jesus
Yeah.
Samurai.
Jesus Samurai.
All right, let me try again. Known as the last samurai, this samurai serves as a symbol of the traditions he helped destroy. Ooh.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
Ken
Golden
Watanabe.
Cub.
First of all, I want to shout out for Kin Watanabe right now because I just watched Godzilla King of Monsters or King of the Monsters, and I will say that I really enjoyed his character, and you know it kind of sucked to spoilers. It's kind of sucked to see him sacrifice himself, but at the same time,
It's a beautiful scene.
it was a great scene. Yeah, you know that movie. It was kind of funny. I did not realize a lot of the themes and undertones that would be in that movie. Like for instance, to kind of go on a side tangent here. Sorry, guys. In that movie is a
It's Godzilla. I'll allow it.
it's a it's a monster kaiju movie, right? But at the core of the movie, which I really thought was great, was a broken family. It was loss. It was alcoholism. It was faith and redemption, and even they even had the fucking the rebirth or resurrection of like Godzilla was kind of like a Christ figure. Now I know that like a lot of people will like clutch the pearls. Oh my gosh! But if you go and watch the movie and you look for the words and the symbolism, even when like what is it when Ghidorah was it Ghidorah? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Like
King Ghidorah.
yeah.
Mhm.
When he comes, he's like on his on Rodan's volcano or some shit. They even have a cross in the foreground of him being on that volcano in the back, kind of symbolizing, Satan or whatever. And then Godzilla gets resurrected, returns, and destroys him in the end. So I thought that was really interesting play on themes and very creative. Not only that, I really enjoyed it because of all the like the stars that just kind of had like little cameos in it. And I was like, holy shit, that's a guy. That's the fucking doctor from Terminator 2, that black dude who like drops the thing. He's like, and he drops the detonator.
Yeah,
Even he had like a 2-minute. Yeah, Dysoon. Sorry, that was what they called him in Mad Magazine. Was Dyson, Dr. Dysoon. Anyways, there's a deep cut. So okay, back to the question was what was the guy's name? What was the last samurai's name? Let me pull it up.
I know him, but like I know what clan he was from, but I'm kind of, should I say it or?
Yeah,
The name is escaping me, so go ahead.
So,
Yeah.
I think Takamori-sama's his name is either Daigo or Saigo.
Yep, Saigo Takamori. Indeed, and in fact, there's Ken right there dressed up as him.
Takamori means I believe it means hawk forest.
I will say he's a bit of a jughead, and Ken looks way nicer.
Yeah, well, it's Watanabe, man. The dude's a legend.
Yeah.
They made a musical about his wife, Miss Saigo.
Might be a little different.
Okay,
for a follow-up question, how did Saigo destroy samurai culture? Anybody?
License to Hollywood.
Yes. No, he trained the state, the new Japanese state.
Yeah, the
all the shit, which basically destroyed the traditions because secularism
No longer
destroys,
necessary.
Yeah.
secularism destroys national tradition.
Well, it was all part of the Meiji Restoration period because Emperor Meiji was fascinated with modernity or like the West because they were such an insular country that anything Western, like you know how like we have all the weebs here today in America, they're like, oh my god, it's Naruto underwear. I gotta wear those. Or like the people that eat like bamboo shoots and stuff. Like, yeah, that's how like the Japanese weeb.
I
was
blame
what
Kung Fu
destroyed.
Panda.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda went to Japan and destroyed everything. But there's like a giant Godzilla, like a kaiju Kung Fu Panda. But no, the Emperor Meiji was like a super Western weeb, and it's really depressing because yeah, sure, the samurai class needed to go because they're like there's this romanticism about it, but no, they were a bastard class, man. They just went in and just kicked everyone's ass because they were the only ones allowed to have weapons. But there could have been better ways to preserve other aspects of Japanese culture, and there's stuff that we lost that will never like they'll never get back. And there are things that were just never recorded, like documents were destroyed, historical things. And it's so sad because like when you go to like Tokyo today, it's one of the, I think it's the most populous city in the world. It's one of the safest places I've ever been, by the way. But like there is a very heartbreaking, almost like nostalgia of you're walking through this huge super modern city. You know, they got the bullet trains, they got all this stuff, but in the alleys in between these like super modern skyscrapers, there's like a Shinto shrine that's older than this country that predates it like by 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so sad seeing these like artifacts of a history that is being forgotten by today's people. So,
And yet they not knocked down, just ignored.
Yeah, they just let them go derelict and they turn into follies and stuff. It's really sad.
Yeah, that is sad. Sorry, what were you saying, RJ? You were
so there's like this ancient shrine and all these new buildings. Is there like a big colorful bouquet of helium balloons hanging?
Well, I did see a lot of no gaijin signs, which was kind of hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, it's like the old no Irish signs. I like it.
But yeah, an old Japanese guy and his young white Cub Scout friend.
I'm Irish. I'm just joking. All right, so I guess who carries that one? I'm going to say Chris Fisk carries that one.
Yeah,
he answered everything. Again, you bastard. It was a lot about Japan, so anyways.
I hate that. I'm like the hipster weeb. I was doing the weeb shit before it was. Yeah, it also brings shame to my family because I know more about Japanese stuff than I do about Korean stuff.
Well, I mean, that's a whole fucking can of worms that I'm not going to open.
Why you read manga, not manhwa? Why you read manga, not manhwa?
Don't you know Korean is the best race, right?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I remember Chu from what was that? What was that movie? It was based on the Destroyers. Shit.
Remo Williams.
Remo Williams. Thank you.
Teach the Nanju to white men.
well that's the thing. We hear all about like how terrible racism is in the United States and stuff. You have not seen racism until you've gone to Korea. Oh, you are a good artist, but it is a shame because you are not fully Korean, so you will never be a great artist.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
Master Chun is the most racist person I've ever had the privilege to write. Like,
Who was? Wait, who was?
Master Chun.
Wait a minute. You said you wrote him?
Yes. I
You wrote
three of the most recent
of the Destroyers
series, yes.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. How did I not know that? How have you I don't think you mentioned that.
I have now.
Because you've wrote quite a few books, haven't you? You at least a few.
For the Destroyer series, I wrote 151 through 153, which would be Bully Pulpit, Continental Divide, and Monumental Terror.
Nice.
Ooh,
very nice.
man.
Good for
That's
you.
awesome.
Shit. Goddamn. Well, that's
We got a
badass.
couple of authors in here and stuff. We all classy.
The really the one I had most fun writing, they did an anthology, which was how I got the gig, called More Blood, Tales of Sinanju. And it's a story in there called Fool's Paradise, in which I said, okay, it's open season. Let's just throw Remo and Chun into Gotham City.
Oh.
So it's literally a Remo Batman team up with all the trademarks removed.
Whoa.
It's like blatantly obvious that it's Remo and Batman.
Yeah. How fun was that to write? That sounds like a blast.
loads of fun to write.
I can imagine.
Loads.
Because I just wrote it straight off as Batman, and I'm like, okay, now I can't publish it like this, so let's go change, the hero and the city and the commissioner and the car.
Mhm.
Is that why you got the Batman on your chest?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Very nice. All right. So speaking of like your history, RJ, you've written books, but you also do a lot of distribution, right? You've got Critical Blast. If you don't know of Critical Blast and you are around the indie scene, I'm surprised because pretty much a lot of people use you, and I used you as well for my campaign, so I can speak from experience. It was a great experience. I didn't have any problems, and nothing major came up. A lot of satisfied customers. So thank you for your services. But also you have something coming out now. This will come out on a Saturday. But the book, or the comic that you're releasing soon is coming out Friday. It's coming out this Friday, right?
Yes. The campaign will be on Fund My Comic. This is I'm doing nothing with this except publishing. We have a publishing house in addition to distribution, but this is all the story and art by George Peter Gatsis. Of course,
Yeah.
If you know George, you know the furry blue Joe King. And this is the Joe King versus Job Ads graphic novel.
What does that mean exactly? Joe King versus Job Ads.
Okay, well, it's Joe King versus on everything that George has done with Joe King. That's just brand. But basically, in the previous story, Joe King travels through a portal trying to save his friends and his family. And his cape gets damaged.
Oh.
He's on Earth, and he can't fly now. His cape is damaged. That's where he gets his powers from. He's got to go to the North Pole because the only one who can fix the cape is Santa Claus.
Cool.
But to get to the North Pole requires scratch. He can't get bus fare to the North Pole, so he's got to get a job. So this is a little interlude in between the larger stories, where he's, applying for different jobs and having different funny things happen. It's science fiction, it's humor, and it's a lot of fun to read a Joe King book.
Yeah. First of all, that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Nice rack, lady.
Well, that was the gag too, is because if you see the cover of the book, at the top there's the lady in the white in the swimsuit, and she's literally in the book. This is him going through the portal too, by the way. Okay, there's the lady in the swimsuit. That's literally a scene from the book. So it's not like it's misleading or anything. But then he's going through the portal, and as he's going through the portal, he's literally going through Little Nemo in Slumberland's dream.
Whoa!
So as you scroll up, you can see those introductory pages there.
That's about what I got.
Scroll down. So he's coming through the portal here, and
okay,
and then suddenly he's in Windsor McKay land. The giant rubber duck, the big little swamp monster.
Oh wow! I didn't catch that. That's such a great movie.
Right there on the frogs that are coming through.
I didn't notice that. That's so great. Very cool. Little reference, man. That's
awesome.
a deep cut reference right there.
Very deep.
Not everybody knows about Little Nemo.
Yeah, man. Did they make an anime? There's like a whole anime of
yes.
movie.
Yeah,
there's
the anime.
Yeah.
And they even did a Nintendo video game about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there on the job board, there is the cover of the book. Under her elbow. So the image is in the book. It's there.
That's so funny.
Little Nemo in Wet Dreamland.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Shoo.
I had this book called Little Ego, which was a takeoff of Little Nemo, but it was
It was for adults. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it was.
Bang.
It was. I forget who the artist was, but he was like right up there with Milo Manara.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, they were like peers. So we've got basically there's 3 tiers on this entire campaign. We've got the Get Joe Patched, which is if you want to get one of these patches we've got here.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me pull you. Where are you at? There you are.
Choke.
Yeah. There we go.
That's the very first tier because these, we got these. We're trying to, do something with them now.
So is that like the rage right now in indies is patches? Because there for a minute it was stickers. Now as far as I know, it's magnets. Is the next thing patches?
Yes,
we're
patches.
looking at?
And since the next thing
We
is
don't
patches,
need
I wanna
no
make sure
stinking
people know
patches.
I've got these.
Oh, you got the official Comicsgate. Sweet.
Yeah,
I
he
got
also
the
has the
marker
first official Comicsgate lawsuit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I got permission. I
Yeah.
got permission.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's very nice.
Get a
They
baseball
are
jacket.
officially licensed. But,
That's awesome.
So yeah, we've got this for the patches, and then there is a soft cover which has an exclusive Fund My Comic cover on it. You'll notice the Fund My Comic logo is on the bikini cups and crotch, and the same applies for the hardcover. And then we have one stretch goal, So yeah, you got the Get Joe patch, Get Joe soft, Get Joe hard. Where's your money
Oh
going?
God, say that again slow.
Get Joe both ways. You can get both comics together. And there's our stretch goal. If we get $3,737,920.01, everybody will get an additional hardcover with this wraparound cover.
Ooh.
Well, good luck on that. I think that would be great.
That number, by the way, is not just made up. That is 1 penny more than Eric July made on ISOM #1.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's hilarious. With Trump on the cover, I thought it was some kind of QAnon reference. I didn't know.
Well,
So,
it probably is now.
yeah, now it is. Oh, wink.
Man,
Anyways.
reach around cover for the win.
Any day now. No, that looks great. That looks
Yeah.
really fun too. So congrats. And that'll be on Fund My Comic. So everybody go check it out. Go support what RJ's got going on because it's fun.
Yeah.
And why not? He does a lot for the community, so do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, really cool. That's very nice. Mr. Daniel P. Riley. Oh, what is that?
Oh, Monsters Next Door.
Woo.
Yeah, so I thought that was a kid's book. That's not it.
This is all horror. And one of the things we did with this was if you've seen any
deceptive horror.
anthology, and of course you have, they're always like, hey, title of the story, byline, let's start the story. We did something different. Every author got their own comic book cover.
Oh, cool.
So this one was literally called The Monster Next Door, with a little call to action. Marty's got his byline under the title here.
Is she a married woman who's ready to mess around? That's a monster next door?
It's a gender
close, but
swap
quite the
rear
opposite.
window.
Like the good neighborhood here. This was another cover here, and then on the back of the covers, what we had was fake ads.
Oh, nice. X-ray
They're all
glasses.
geared toward monsters.
That's great. I think
stand in his face.
I think Andy Smith did that as well.
That's awesome.
One of the fake ads in here is actually the next graphic novel that George and I are doing. We had an ad in here for Sensei Nosferatu Pak.
He looks like Williams.
That's a funerals for students.
What's that?
Did that say funerals for students on there?
I think I saw.
I caught it. Yeah.
Lessons begin on
Who
Mondays.
failed on Thursdays? Nice.
For the students who failed. So the ad reads in fine print like learn black mystic arts kung fu. When you find yourself cornered by jive turkey demons and alternate versions of your bad self, you can always rely on your skills as a high-kicking, ass-kicking sorcerer of the black mystic arts. Cash only, 6 months tuition up front, no refunds.
Cash only, no refunds.
But the thing is that this
I can dig it.
Notice I said the first appearance of Sensei Nosferatu Pak.
Damn right.
We're doing the graphic novel series. So Sensei Nosferatu Pak and the Mummies of Montreal is going to be the first hardcover graphic novel, and we are going to be releasing that on Fund My Comic in about 4 months.
Nice.
That sounds great. That sounds like a really fun series to do. Kind of lighthearted.
It's the 70s, and imagine that Power Man became the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh shit. That's a little scary.
Christmas.
Nice.
So all right, well that sounds great. You got some good stuff coming up. And I guess let's change gears a little bit to Mr. Reily. You all right, so RJ has a lot of like distribution stuff going on. You have a book, a comic book, and you do like editing services, right? Like you help writers out.
Yeah, I have quite a few books. Juice and I is the one I talk about the most. It's the one that everybody likes the most. I did my first series was a fantasy trilogy that I'm working on redesigning slowly but surely. But that is the, I guess, flagship of what I've been doing so far, which is Juice and I. It's a cyberpunk-ish, I call it. Is the focus isn't so much on the science of cybernetics and whatnot, and it's more focused around the characters. It just is part of the background. Each of the superpowered assassins that the main character Gabriel ends up going up against has some sort of enhancement from their corporate backers. So that's why I call it cyberpunk-ish. It's pretty much a sci-fi Kurosawa style samurai story. And the whole concept behind it was this young man who's trained and learned Bushido, but under the context of his daimyo being the corporation that funded his existence, basically. And he's given an experimental system that's nanotech, not cybertech. And it has its own nefarious purpose that the corporation wanted to use it for. He was kind of like a guinea pig for the nanotech project. He meets a sex trafficked girl after a mission and chooses to help her. And in doing so, it puts him at odds with the company. They want her eliminated and him back in the fold. And he decides that he's going to protect her.
Why did they want her eliminated? Too many STDs or what?
No, it revolves specifically around Gabriel, and the teaser to it is that it's his nanotech that they need to preserve, so they can't let him out. As they've kept him from making friends, they kept him from the other members of his killer unit for the most part, all because they wanted to protect the nanotech colony and the control module that are embedded inside of it because it's proprietary. But
they were like helicopter moms, right? Like,
so when he steps out of the program to help this girl, they are like, no. The leader of the unit says we need to eliminate her and make sure that he stays where we can see him for when we need to take this stuff out of him and mass produce it. And the more they push that by threatening this girl's life, the more he resists and doesn't really understand why, because there's a certain human nature element that he hasn't had any experience with growing up. So he doesn't quite understand what it is that makes him want to protect her at first. That's part of the character development over the course of the story anyways. It all culminates in the first book with a fantastic fight scene, which is what this shirt is based on.
Wait a minute, let me blow that up.
Inner chalk, bigger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
So that is the confrontation between the character Michael, who is integral to a lot of the story going forward. And even though these are samurai stories, so inevitably, no spoiler there, he does die.
There's got to be a duel, right?
Yes, exactly. So that's the confrontation between Gabriel and Michael. The colorizations that I did are represented in the comic book in a unique way that I thought brought a new element to the story that I think the novel couldn't produce without the visual medium. And that is the blue of Gabriel's slash. You probably couldn't see it very well, but it almost has like a Patronus sort of effect of a hair, which is part of his story. And the reason for that is that once he starts defending this girl, he's tapped into the true nature of honor and duty, of protecting the innocent. So he taps into something inside of himself that he didn't know he had, and it becomes part of his ability to fight. You can kick a door down and kill a bunch of random strangers, but if you truly have a passion for saving someone, there's strength behind that. And I wanted to represent that in some way, which I tried to do in the novel, but when I started doing the comic, I was like, we need to make this obvious somehow. So my artist and I bandied it around, and we came up with these designs, which
very cool.
This one, the concept artist that I had doing this, his name's Kenny David. He is phenomenal. Like this is movie poster quality artwork.
Right on. Well, I like that. You delve into the virtues of in Bushido, so that's really cool.
Yep, I tried to make it as accurate as I possibly could, being a foreigner,
right
to them. I tried to make it as accurate as I could. Talked with some people who had been overseas, got their stories about how things were. There was one point where I talked about the difference in the traffic lights briefly, just because I wanted that to be part of the world build. So people understood that this is not the United States. This is Tokyo in the future.
All right. Did you read the Book of Five Rings or anything from?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. There you go.
I actually listened to it. I listened to it on audiobook a lot. There's something soothing about listening to it. It's almost a meditative process these days.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, I read that book probably in my 20s, and I liked it. I remember carrying things away from it. But I just wanted to comment. I really like your avatar, because I see this avatar everywhere, and it's you in your chair in a suit. Like, it's very it's like it's casual, professional. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's just my author avatar. The Whimsyland, my business, which is helping authors by coaching them through the process of writing. We do think tanks for client calls sometimes, and doing editing and things like that. Ignore my bubbles. That's all sales stuff. But my services, that came about when I was working on the fantasy trilogy, my first set of publishing books through independently. And I was like, this is the most annoying process ever back then. And then I started seeing a bunch of people going, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that?
Right.
And I went, okay, I'm going to start answering questions. And then I thought, maybe I could turn this into something that, can keep me at least financially stable enough to continue writing. Nice. And so I created Whimsyland.
All right. So lay it on, everybody. What are your qualifications?
Well, I personally am a former teacher. I taught for about a decade before I got railroaded out because of COVID. Yeah, it's an annoying thing. But that's a whole story. I could go on for an hour on that one. It was quite an interesting process. I was in front of what most educators would call the firing squad, which is the entire school board sitting on one side of a table across a room, and me by myself sitting at a table across on the other side.
Right.
It was a firing squad.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Ouch.
So yeah. And really my educational background is what I employ with coaching calls. We go, I'll take whatever obstacle you have and break it down into steps that we can walk together until you find what you're looking for, whether it be something's missing from my story to how do I outline, something as simple as how do I outline this so I don't get lost.
Yeah.
We go through that.
It just helps like having somebody to bounce things off of, like, oh, does this work? Or, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So at least you've done, you get into the editing and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, the editing has become a big factor. I had to put a cap on how many I do because unlike others who I didn't realize when I set this up, I have a 5-week turnaround for editing.
Mhm.
I will not take 3 to 6 months to edit your book, and I do not charge you $9,000 to do so. And that draws quite a few people. But because of that 5-week turnaround, I had to put a cap on editing projects, so I only do 4 a month, which is all apparently unheard of, but it works.
Unheard of. Well, that explains one of Black Chad's biggest problems.
Let me guess. There's no editor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
he
common
doesn't
thing.
like
And I also do shorts, so so I've worked with a couple of comic creators, editing their dialogue and helping them develop their storylines. That's a much cheaper process because it's a lot less words to go through. But it's been working. I get on average 3 to 4, which is my cap, every month, and I'm starting to book up 3 months in advance now.
Awesome.
Well, that's pretty cool that you get a regular 3 to 4 a month. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. As Roy says, is there somebody you don't work with?
Well, and you got to watch out. You got to make sure that they're not doing any kind of, with all the indie guys, you got to make sure they're not doing any kind of a self-insert.
Let me guess. Another self-insert by an indie creator?
Damn, man. Chad of Color is on point.
Yeah, well, sadly, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
Across my desk.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's like, wait a minute. This character description really sounds like you. And wait, he has no flaws? How is that possible?
Yep.
Well, that's the weird
Except for
one
he's too sexy, or he's just too much of a focused
Cares
killer.
too much.
Yeah, or cares too much.
It definitely gets a little weird. Like as a backer, I've got a lot of books, and when you're reading them and you hear it in the voice of the author, you're like, ooh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's just you telling me this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every writer's gonna have a narrative tone, and that narrative tone sometimes carries over into their personality. The real, I guess, hurdle for that one would be to make sure that your narrative tone fits the story you're trying to tell.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and obviously, me as a writer, I kind of have to be careful as that as well. But like, what really helps, I think, is if you have multiple personality disorder or like schizophrenia. So then you can like fall in and out of characters way easier. Like it's way easier.
Dude,
you just let the other heads out.
Just let it out.
No, I cheated with my book. I just had a bunch of players. Like, because like for example, like I have a female lead protagonist. I'm not a chick, and one of the good rule of writing is write what you know. And
wait a minute. Wait a second. You're not. But your avatar is always a. Look, Chris, we need to talk about this after the show. About
confirmed. Chris is in fact not an elven female.
Not a girl. But I'm devastated. But we'll talk about this later.
Like remember when George Lucas wrote that awful Attack of the Clones? And I watched it with my sister. We walked out of the theater, and the first thing she said as we sat down in the car was, "You're not like sand. You're soft." She's like, "Why did nerds who like the only girls they've ever talked to, they had to enter a credit card number first? Like, why are they writing romance? Like, if you don't know that, don't write that." And it's so true. Like,
Don't worry. I will come to the defense of George Lucas, and I will say that the ideal was that he was coming from an awkward teenager's, point of view. But I do know.
Guess what, nerd? George Lucas never loved you.
Oh, damn.
He
never liked you to begin with. Okay, well, fuck him too. How about that?
Weird though when you've got like like when somebody's writing something and like you can tell like the authors that research or at least have you know, they develop some kind of empathy, at least for their characters, versus the people that write and they're just like, have you never been out of the United States? Or, you know what I mean? Like, people don't speak like that in England, or like, you know.
Yeah. Have you ever met somebody outside of your 4 friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's actually an interesting point. I brought this up on Iron Age Nights one night when we were talking about that. I speak to crazy people. And literally, I will have conversation with the people outside of the 7-Eleven down the street from my house. The homeless, they have incredibly interesting stories, and they will tell anybody that wants to hear it because they are bored and lonely.
Yeah, they want the attention.
Yeah. And so I'll stand out there and have a cigar and have a whole 45-minute long conversation with a crazy homeless person. It's interesting.
Give him $1.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
notes.
some people call that dating, but that's fine. Let's go ahead.
And you know, he's like the homeless person sitting there saying, "I wish this guy with the cigar would move on. I'm not making any money while he's sitting here."
Right?
He's throwing away the business.
Yeah, he's like rattles his thing. He's
standing
like,
here.
drop a dime. I gotta buy
Got
smoke.
$1 for the bus.
Was that movie with Leonardo
Versus when somebody
DiCaprio?
passes by and they give Daniel $1.
There you go.
Yeah. What was that? No, there's that movie. What was it? Ghost Island or something? Or no, something Island where Shutter Island. Yeah, where the whole movie you think that it's Leo as a detective, like researching this insane asylum, and then surprise, spoiler alert, 1, 2, 3. You know, at the end of the movie, it turns out that Leo is actually a mental patient.
Yeah.
That's like,
it wasn't that difficult.
Secretly, this is all just a set, and I'm, in a padded room.
The world is my solipsism.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Welcome to my mystical dungeon, sir. So, anyways,
that's where I've been this whole time.
Beautiful mind too.
Beautiful. Oh, I like it. All right. So I guess that's about it for us. We've come to our hour. I appreciate you guys coming and playing and sharing and letting everybody know what you guys are doing. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate that a lot.
It's great to be here.
And I'll give you guys, if you want to do any plugs or shout outs or anything, feel free.
I got a plug, but I sent you a video.
Yeah.
So did I.
Hey, Chris, can you help me out? Will you load those and I'll share them.
All right. Let me.
YouTube ones.
It's like, God damn it, I got to do something. I just sit here and look pretty. So
the hard part of being the host, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
got to do work.
Yeah.
Man, I just thought it was free food, man. All right, let's
remove that.
Well, I will real quick while that's happening plug IAK, Iron Age Nights, on Fridays. That's Rice, A Drink with Crazy, Richard from IronAge.media, and myself interviewing creators.
Oh yeah,
very nice. Yeah, it's a great show too. You guys are pretty funny and have a good time. When I was on there, like I think I was on there for like 3 hours, and then Royce is like, "I gotta go. I'm tired."
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go for a long time. That's
we do. That's why I get drunk
while you do it. I want to see Richard drunk. Does he ever get drunk? He just very stone.
No,
he's got that engineer like stone kind of personality.
He does. I'm waiting for when we get together physically, because we are going to have some drinking time, and I'm going to try and record Richard Toasty.
That'd be great. All right, go ahead and play that beautiful bean footage.
Got no sound.
No. See, same problem I have sometimes.
There's no sound.
No sound.
Because you're sharing it. You didn't load it.
Yeah.
That thing. Jeez. You're getting all fancy now. What does that mean?
Welcome to StreamYard.
Yeah.
StreamYard, you'll be fine.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. Are you serious? He has to download it to StreamYard and all that?
No, you upload it into your video section of your StreamYard.
Well, that's weird because I set share audio. Let's see if it did it.
Hey, we've had this happen on the show before. Am I wrong? And then I was
It
like,
happens all the time.
Yeah,
Let's see if
it wasn't just my incompetence for a change.
All right, Seshu Subiri. Can you hear it?
There we
we
go.
go.
Cool. So it's not going to be all black. Uh-oh. Now we're going to see what he's been watching. No. All right. So wait a minute. Is that the bassist from White Zombie? That's cool. All right. So, but the comic, is that going to be let me go ahead and remove that before we see his search history. No, is that going to be a black and white like manga style, or are you going to do full color?
It's actually a combination. So I'm doing a 32-page floppy for issue 1. I'm setting up. I was supposed to have a campaign ready already, but I screwed up. So it's still in review. The campaign is for a special edition for backers that is color pops. So there will be accents like neon colors for the signs in some of the scenes. Some of the weapon strikes will have color. Some important points will have color. And I took the idea from the Sin City movies where they had certain things that were colorized that popped on the screen. So, but once I go to standard print on demand after the campaign is over, it's just going to be black and white. But I am doing it in a floppy comic format just because I am not a mangaka. So I'm not going to try to pretend that I am.
Yeah. That's fair too. All right. What is this we got here?
No, this is I'm waiting on Arthur's email. This was a video that he had sent where Super Mario theme was played on an ancient Chinese instrument.
Oh, gotcha.
That sounds cool.
Wind instrument.
Yes, this one's just for fun.
Do you want me to play this one or?
Sure.
All right. I don't know if we'll get dinged for it, but
oh, ding me, baby.
丽景来帮我们演奏一段，这一段小朋友，你们两个开始先举手。如果猜对这个曲子的，我会送一块心。
What's that big thing in the front? Are those buildings or what are those?
Those are the instruments.
Oh my gosh,
this is a giant urn thing.
Looks like what Gwildor played in He-Man the movie.
Right?
Yeah, this is the key to time or whatever.
The key. Yeah.
Oh God.
Opened a portal.
I really hope she's of age.
That's impressive, man.
You run the whole thing.
Wow.
Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, there it is. That's Dungeon 2, right? Or Stage 2.
Yep.
Actually, I like that song better than the main theme.
Well, you know the Superstar song, when you get the scar, is from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Is it? I did not know that.
It's something like, tell us when we can go to Jerusalem.
I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
A little flag should have popped out the top at that point, and just
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well done, lady. Yeah, and it's like I said, I just hope that with that kind of blatant sexualism, I hope that she is over age or of age. Anyways, it's hard to tell with the Japanese. Like they don't crack until they crack.
they wear their school uniforms until they're 40.
Yeah, I was like, quit it. You
There's a
confusing
meme
my
I
boner.
saw that was really funny. It was like a Asian side by side evolution of women, like a Pokemon, and you had young girl that was just cute, and you had teenage girl that was attractive, and then it said like 40, and it was just short and round, Asian grandma. And then it was like 50, 60, 70, 80,
Yeah.
and it was just the same.
The way that Asian women age is they basically, once they hit 30, they stay 30 until they're about 60, and then they go straight into Kim Jong-il.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's like I was making jokes with one of my.
But you can't say that, or you'll get hit with a slipper.
Yeah, it's like I was telling. I was making a joke with one of my black friends. I was like, "Yeah, black don't crack." He's like, "No. Black don't crack until it cracks like asphalt, and then it's terrible." I'm like, "Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough." Anyways, there's your racism for the night. How do you like that, guys?
He eats like milk.
So I guess that's the end of the show, huh?
No, we got
one more.
We have RJ's video.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because we did
I'm
this
sorry.
anthology, and before this one, we'd done The Devil You Know, which was a collection of short stories about people encountering the devil. And then we did The Devil You Know Better because I just thought it would be cool. So this
Can we see that again?
Nice.
This again, of course.
There we go. Monsters Next Door. Yeah.
From Critical
Not
Blast
for
Publishing.
kids.
No,
Not for kids. No, this is not a Goosebumps book. We did The Devil You Know, The Devil You Know Better, and now we are in the reading phase. And my gosh, since we've actually been paying authors, we've gone from like, wow, will we have enough stories to, wow, we have enough stories for 5 books. What are we going to cut?
nice.
Wow.
So we're
gotta feel
reading
good.
for the next month and a half. So if you are a writer and you want to get in on this project, The Devil You Know Best, hit up our publications page at criticalblast.com and submit your story in.
Yeah, that's
And this is
great.
the book channel that we've got.
Yeah, that's terrific because you've got Critical Blast taking on stories and publishing and all that stuff. And then Daniel is an editor for Anvil Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super cool.
Which we
I'm
distribute.
glad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
It's on Indiegogo, and I think is it somewhere else as well?
Yeah, I believe he's got them across the platforms.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Fund My Comic, but I may be wrong.
All right.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
2 was on Fund.
Distribution.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
So Critical
Very
Blast
cool.
will be distributing these.
It's all one tangled web.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
working.
That's cool. That's serendipitous that I got both of you on here then. That's really
yeah.
cool.
All right,
Do you got
that's
that video
awesome.
then? You want me to share that?
Sure.
There we go.
All right.
Ooh.
Here we go.
At a cursed crossroads where souls collide, see the Prince of Darkness, see the Prince of Lies, while the world lies sleeping and the moon's aglow. They may meet with the devil, you know, when your heart is quaking and your soul can't rest. Open up the pages of The Devil You Know Best. People face their demons as each tale unfolds, but the devil's in the details, and their fate's been sold. Yeah, their fate's been sold, and they're lost to hell. That's the deal you have to make with the devil you know well.
Whoa. Very cool.
I enjoyed this.
Who did the song?
I wrote the lyrics,
Okay.
and the vocals and the instrumental are computer assisted.
Oh, okay.
At a cursed crossroads.
Well, very cool. Very nice. All right, let me remove that.
It's
That
awesome.
looks exciting. Jeez.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to give me all your links because, like, usually I just pull from Twitter, or something like that. Like, if I see it, then I'll share that. But if there's anything in particular that you want me to share, send it to me, DM it to me, and I'll include it in the description so that everybody who just saw that was like, "What?" They can follow that link and check it out. So, because there's a lot going on in indie, and you two are more of important pieces than I think that even you guys realize quite yet.
We're on the vanguard.
Yeah, exactly. I like being around the people who are on the cutting edge. So I appreciate that. And
I'm just trying to help as many as I can.
Sweet.
Right? I mean, like, it's like, sure, I can promote myself, I can push all this other stuff, but at the same time, I'm trying to help the market. You know, like, I want to bring up and help. I mean, I know I get 30, 40 views regularly, and that's not exactly the market. But at the same time, I'm trying to help out as best I can because I have gotten sales for other people on the show. So, you know, anything that I can do, I will do. And, you know, I don't know. I don't want to get on a soapbox because, like, you know, I'm pretty sure all of us could get on that soapbox. And everybody who watches this has probably heard that soapbox speech many times. So, anyways, I guess, you know, at this point, it's just kind of like, what is it? Oh,
Enough talk.